Guruganeshabhyam Namaha. We've seen that in the Vedic age, Vedic Yuga, the three worlds, Bhumi, Antariksha and Swarga, existed on the surface of earth also. They are respectively Bharatavarsha, Central Asia and Siberia. Central Asia and Siberia were lands of abundance. Central Asia was inhabited by Upadevatas like Yakshas and Gandharvas. Siberia was inhabited by Devas of earth. But then when did this change? It changed due to heavy ice fall which happened sometime in the past, which turned Central Asia into a desert and Siberia into what is Siberia today. In the previous episode, we have seen that even modern science agrees with this. As per our scriptures, this event, the ice fall, occurred when Dhruva Nakshatra came right above Mount Meru once. Mount Meru is the Pamir mountain. We have already seen this. Bhaskaracharya in his treatise on astronomy, Siddhanta Shiromani says, Vasanti Merau Sura Siddha Sangha Aurveja Sarve Narakas Sadaityaha. The Devas and Upadevas such as Siddhas, they live in Meru, in and around Meru. The Deva Yonis such as Siddhas, Yakshas, below the Pamir, meaning to the south of Pamir up to Himalayas, and Devas above the Pamir mountain, meaning to the north of Pamir mountain. There is extreme cold under Dhruva Nakshatra. Dhruva Nakshatra is the pole star. Dhruva means stationary. Even though we call it stationary, it is not really stationary. Its movement is so slow that we consider it as stationary. During its movement, Dhruva Nakshatra, when it came above Pamir, Meru, the extreme cold turned the areas around the Pamir into a desert, including Siberia, the erstwhile Swargaloka on earth. Modern astronomy also says that the star above the North Pole is not always the same. Now it is a star pair, Alpha Ursae Minoris and Sigma Octantis. Till about 800 years back, it was another pair, Kochab and Ferket. That means there is movement in the sky even at the North Pole. Now I will tell you how to understand this. Visualize that you are standing at the North Pole. Look straight up. You should see Dhruva Nakshatra right above your head. Look around. You will see the horizons. The sky is like a hemisphere above you, with Dhruva Nakshatra at the center top. Now visualize the latitude circles in the sky, separate from each other by 1 degree. I am talking about latitude circles in the sky, not on the surface of earth. Now the 24th circle from the top, this is called Kadamba Proda Vrittam. Indian astronomy gives a lot of importance to this particular circle. There is a point on the circle which is called Naga Bindu. This is the same point that Veda talks about as Vishnov Paramapada. Tat Vishnov Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Sureha. Scholars keep on observing this point because it is around this point the Dhruva Nakshatra revolves, again through a circle which is 24 degrees below this point. Just like how the Kadamba Proda Vritta is below the Dhruva Nakshatra at 24 degrees, the circle of revolution of Dhruva Nakshatra is also below Naga Bindu at 24 degrees, like a latitude circle. During such revolution, once when Dhruva Nakshatra came above the Pamir, due to the extreme cold below Dhruva Nakshatra, ice precipitation happened and the whole area turned into a desert. Now we will also see here the importance of swastika. The circle of revolution of Dhruva Nakshatra, if you see the two-dimensional projection of this, it has Nagabindu at its center. Draw two lines through the center intersecting each other at 90 degrees. So it becomes like 4 lines of radius. Now from the points where these lines meet the circle, you will be able to see the arcs of the circle connected to them. If you erase half of these arcs before each of these points, then you will have the shape of the swastika. Normally we draw swastika as 2 lines perpendicular to each other and 4 lines perpendicular to these lines drawn from their ends. This is not how it is. The 2 lines intersecting at the center are straight lines, but the other 4 lines should be arcs, not straight lines. What does it represent? Movement of Dhruva Nakshatra. That nothing in the created world is unchanging. Everything changes, everything moves. That is why it is called Jagat in the first place. This is what is auspicious about swastika. It represents this concept that what we thought was stationary, the Dhruva Nakshatra, even that is not stationary. It revolves around the Naga Bindu. This is what scholars realize when they look at Vishnov Paramapada. This is what they teach us. Harihi Om.